Ya se jodió.
Y yo te lo tiempo.
Oh my gosh. ¡Frida! ¡Ay! ¿Qué? ¡No, Frida!
¿De veras?
¡Oh my gosh!
¿Otro?
¿En serio?
¡Qué bueno!
¡Oh my gosh!
¡Qué bueno que no lo dejaste!
¿En serio?
Sí, en serio, en serio.
Compa, ¿no quería chapata?
Frida, oh my God. Yo sabía, wow, porque el otro día estaba comiendo galletas con Nutella.
Felicidades.
¿Nutella?
Ya, no, Frida.
¿Quieres galletas con Nutella? Sí, mira.
Ay, ¿no sabía? Que vamos a tener un brother. Ey, acuérdense que lo miró, no se las manos. Lávese las manos, Acuérdense que lo miró.
Let's hope that this video goes where I want it to go, that it brings some positive, not positive things, but it brings a good outcome, or I can help people out. So on February 2nd, which is the 2nd of this month, we had mentioned to our family that we were pregnant, that I was pregnant. So my husband and I have been not trying, but we haven't been taking care of ourselves, obviously. I'm just gonna make this quick. I have made a video, kind of vlog style video of the first time I went to the clinic to check that I was pregnant. And a couple of months ago, I decided to capture everything that we have, or our memories or special events. Not for my purpose is to put them somewhere where my son can later on see them. And there's a big reason behind all that, personal reason behind all of that. So that's the main point why I started vlogging. And I was gonna surprise my husband, but at the same time, the anxiety got to me. So I took the pregnancy test a week before we told everybody. So I kept it shut for a whole week. Imagine that, me keeping it shut for a whole week. Only my sister and my brother-in-law found that same exact day. So by February 2nd, I told everybody, not everybody, but I told my closest family members, people who I consider family. So I mentioned we had a get together, and that's why you guys saw the other clip where everybody was trying to play. We played a game, and inside that whole game there was the pregnancy test. So when everybody was playing, everybody played, everybody was so excited. That next morning, I maybe this is too much information, but I started bleeding. I had on Monday, the next day, 2 days later, I had my appointment with my OBGYN, which is the doctor who home for me and delivered my son. So that was a Monday. I went in and I was still bleeding. I was continuing, like, not bleeding, but I was spotting. And he did an ultrasound and he couldn't see anything. So he told me, like, well, you know what, we're gonna do some blood work, and just to make sure everything's okay, because I don't see anything, maybe it's way too soon. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, maybe it's way too soon, but in the end, like, I knew something was wrong, and I was like, you know what, just think positive. He sent me to do some blood work on Wednesday. So that was Monday. On Wednesday I went in. On Thursday I'm like, you know, I just can't hold it. Like, I can't wait this long, you know, to know the reason why I'm still like this, or why this is happening. So on Thursday I'm like, you know what, I gotta go. I went to Hi Mom, which is here, everybody knows about it, and I explained my situation to that specialist, and he told me like, hey, I can't see anything. I do see bleeding, which is the ultrasound that I'm gonna show you guys at the end. So like, I do see bleeding, everything's coming out, and everything's about to come out. He's like, everything's about to come out. I do see bleeding coming down and this and that. And I'm like, okay, So right away after that, I called the doctor, and I talked to one of the nurses. She did mention to me like, hey, just mentally prepare yourself. Like, it might have been a miscarriage. It might start being a miscarriage. We did get your results. Frost came back, and they came out positive. To pregnancy, usually the numbers double after a few days. The numbers double because I did get a blood work on Monday and then on Wednesday. So like, usually the numbers double, but yours didn't double. So just give me a heads up. Like, keep your mind. Your mindset should already be in a miscarriage. I'm like, oh, great, thank you for just blowing it out loud. The next Monday, I had another doctor's appointment, and was it Monday or Tuesday? I don't remember. There was another doctor's appointment with my OBGYN. Same thing. Went in for an ultrasound. He didn't see a baby, and I was just like, man, like, in the videos that I can't, for some reason they're still loading. Like, I can't upload them. I explained, like, I was excited. I was happy. Baby's always a blessing, but for me, my mentality is has been for the couple of months that I don't want my son to grow up alone. One, I don't want my son to play by himself. Like, most of the time he's by himself. So I didn't want that, and I just wanted to have my kids close, so I don't have to deal with. I'll have my son, and then in 3-4 years do it all over again. So that's how I see it. Not everybody sees it like that. That's how I see it. So mentally, I'm not okay, and I think it's important for everybody to know, to admit it. Admit to themselves that not everything's okay. To me, it's not that I'm not okay. It's just not everything's okay. Not everything's where I want it to be. I know that mentally, like, I'm not fully there. Like, I'm not to that spot where I can be like, okay, like, this went on, like, this is going on. Mentally, no, like, what's going on, what's happening. It really did. I broke down a few times. It's been hard for myself because my husband just doesn't show any emotion. So, and he's a really, like, a person who keeps a lot to himself. So it's a little bit hard, to understand. I've been trying to understand him, what goes through his mind. So it's been a little crazy, and I was trying to read articles and see, what was happening to me, what's happening to my body. Thank God, things happen. Like, this kind of weird to say, but thank God things happen so fast, because if I would have been like 6 months and things would have gone on, like, I think at that point I would have just been like devastated. And I've told everybody who has asked me, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? And I tell everybody, like, if I didn't have my son, I would have gone crazy. He's the one who keeps me, like, up from 6:30 in the morning till, like, whenever he wants to go to sleep. So it's been hard. And I was trying to look up and read articles and watch videos, and it's crazy how not a lot of people talk about it, and not a lot of people, there's not much information, because we live in a society, and especially with my race, that everything is so not hidden, but everything's kept behind closed doors, So if it was for my family, I could sit here and not tell anybody. anybody, or just tell who knows. You know, just inform those who really have to know. But at the same time, it's like, I know I'm not the only person. I know I'm not the only girl that goes through this, and is not fully informed or doesn't really know much about it. I've been debating whether to make this video, and I've been debating a lot of things, because not everybody take things differently. You know, everybody's gonna jump and be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I don't need anybody to tell me I'm sorry. I already went through that phase. I already went through that part. Or, you know what, like, keep it to yourself. That's your business. Yeah, it is my business, but it's also my business to inform girls, you know, to inform couples, to inform other people, you know, that, you know, they're not alone. Like, for a little bit, I felt alone. I felt isolated. I'm like, who should I talk to? Because nobody knows what I'm going through. Only one of my friends knew exactly what I was going through, and I'm like, man, like, she's gone at the wrong time. But like, nobody knew this was gonna happen, you know? Like, I didn't even know this was gonna happen. I was already having symptoms. I was already sleeping so much. I started losing hair, and that was during the time that I was already gonna start getting myself to losing weight. So imagine that. So yeah, so I wanted to let everybody know, because I feel I don't put so much of my life, because with my husband I try to keep a lot of things to ourselves and be conservative and keep my relationship to myself and keep a lot of stuff to myself, because he is that way. But I think this is something that it's not only can help me grow as a person and start like moving on from the situation, but also help other people, you know, help other girls like know that they're not alone. That they're not alone. That there's a lot of us who go through this, and you don't have to go through it behind closed doors, because there's girls who don't have kids. There's some girls who are just they're not even married to the person, and they have to go through this, and they break up, and it's whole chaos. So just imagine that. And if I felt devastated for, like, let's say a week, imagine, and I have so much people around me, and so much people who have supported me, who have helped me, who went with me to doctor visits, who came to visit, who just people who I can't complain about. You know, they've been here, knowing my situation, knowing how it was, knowing I didn't want to answer phone calls, I didn't want to answer text messages. Like, they came and they were here. So just imagine, I lost my train of thought. So just imagine that, and imagine someone who doesn't have what I have, or is not fortunate. Like, there's resources. Thank God that I found some good resources. There's people. There's hardly any videos, but you know, like, a lot of girls go through stillbirth, like have their babies in their bellies for 8-9 months, and then they have to give birth to a baby who doesn't have a heartbeat, and imagine it's even worse. So I just wanted to sit down and make this video. I wanted to let you guys know what's going on, what happened. I'm okay, thank God. We're okay, my family's okay, my husband's okay, my baby's okay. And you know, things, I always say, you know, things happen for a reason, and it's just, son cosas del destino, how we say in Spanish, and things have to happen. And things do happen, and we're just moving on, waiting to be blessed with another baby.